Uday Saddam Hussein al-Nasiri al-Tikriti was born in Kark, Baghdad, to Saddam Hussein and Sajida Talfa while his father was in prison. Multiple sources give different birth dates, although official sources give a birth date of 18 June 1964. The Independent gave a birth date of 9 March 1964, while others give a 1965 birth. One source gave it as early as 1963. He was rumored to have played with disarmed grenades as an infant. As a child, he and his younger brother Qusay would witness executions with their father. He began studies at Baghdad Medical College, but only stayed for 3 days. Then he moved to the College of Engineering and obtained a Bachelor of Engineering from the University of Baghdad. He wrote his master's thesis on Iraqi military strategy during the 8-year Iran-Iraq War. He obtained a doctorate in political science from the University of Baghdad in 1998, and the title of his dissertation was The World After the Cold War, in which he predicted the United States would no longer be a world power in 2015. Some have argued that Uday did not have academic prowess, and his theses were written by others in exchange for money and gifts, with no one able to give Uday a low score out of fear. He was really smart, probably smarter than his father, but he was crazy, said one of his classmates about Uday. In 1984, after Uday graduated from university, Saddam appointed him chairman of the Iraqi Olympic Committee and the Iraq Football Association. In the former role, he tortured athletes who failed to win. According to Latif Yahia, Uday's alleged body double, the word that defines him is sadistic. I think Saddam Hussein was more human than Uday. The Olympic Committee was not a sports center, it was Uday's world. Raid Ahmed, an Iraqi athlete who defected to the United States, said, "During training, he would watch all the athletes closely and put pressure on the coaches to push the athletes even more. If he was not happy with the results, he would have coaches and athletes put in his private prison in the Olympic Committee building." The punishment was Uday's private prison, where they tortured people. Some athletes, including the best ones, started quitting the sport once Uday took over the committee. I always managed not to be punished. I made sure not to promise anything. There is a strong possibility of always being beaten. But when I won, Uday would be very happy. In 2005, a video of Uday questioning Raid's family was released. They were then reportedly transported by car to a prison, where they remained for 16 days in poor conditions. Amo Baba, whose football teams won 18 tournaments and participated in 3 Olympics, said that Uday's punishment destroyed players' athletic abilities. Baba said that half of the Iraqi athletes had left the country, and many had feigned illness before playing against strong competitors. He reportedly told his friends that if he died suddenly, they would know the reason. Maud Ibrahim Hamid, assistant coach of the national football team, said that Uday rewarded players financially for winning and threatened them with imprisonment if they lost. According to Hamid, athletes were not tortured. They were arrested for immoral behavior, including adultery and addiction to alcohol, and for playing poorly. Ahmed Radi said that after he was unwilling to join the new Al-Rashid club, he was kidnapped at midnight by Uday's men, beaten and accused of harassment. He accepted Uday's offer when he was threatened with death. International footballer Saad Qais said that Uday was angry with him because he was sent off during a 1997 match against Turkmenistan. His discipline was administered by jailers, known as teachers, in a closed section of a detention facility for athletes and journalists in Radwania Palace. According to Qais, Uday established the Rashid team and forced the best Iraqi players to play in it, and forced me to leave my beloved team. And he honored us with gifts after every win, but he also punished us after every loss. Although his status as Saddam's elder son made him Saddam's prospective successor, Uday fell out of favor with his father owing to his public erraticness. In October 1988, at a party in honor of Suzanne Mubarak, wife of Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak, Uday murdered his father's personal valet and food taster, Kamel Hana Gegeo. Before an assemblage of horrified guests, an intoxicated Uday bludgeoned Gegeo, who died of internal bleeding hours later. Gegeo had recently introduced Saddam to a younger woman, Samira Shahbandar, who had become Saddam's second wife in 1986. Uday considered his father's relationship with Shahbandar an insult to his mother. Shahbandar's oldest son fled to Jordan because of the harassment by Uday after the marriage. Uday also may have feared losing succession to Gajayo, whose loyalty to Saddam Hussein was unquestioned. As punishment for the murder, Saddam briefly imprisoned Uday. Once released, Uday was sent to Switzerland to act as the assistant to the Iraqi ambassador there. He was expelled by the Swiss government in 1990 after he was repeatedly arrested for fighting. According to Jalopnik, Uday's vast car collection was burned by his father after the Gajayo incident. Others, who described the murder as follows. Next to the palace where Suzanne Mubarak and Uday's mother were staying, Gajayo was celebrating the wedding of a relative and firing in the air. Uday sent his men and asked them not to bother the two women. During the discussion, Uday hit Gajayo's head with his walking stick, causing Gajayo's death. Uday, afraid of his father's reaction, tried to commit suicide and was taken to the hospital. He escaped from the hospital, set up a barricade around his home, and fired at anyone trying to enter his home. He surrendered with the persuasion of his brother Qusay. According to the memory of Uday's half-uncle Barzan Ibrahim al-Tikriti, after escaping from the hospital, he went to his father's palace and told him to stay with your real wife. Saddam then said to Barzan, "He was lucky because I had no weapon with me." However, Uday later came to the door of the palace again and told Barzan that he intended to shoot his father. He fired at Qusay and at step-uncles who were trying to prevent him from doing so. Later, under the guidance of Barzan, Uday apologized to his father. His father ordered him to surrender. When his brothers-in-law Hussein and Saddam Kamel learned that he was trying to escape to the United States, he was arrested on his father's orders, but released 3 weeks later. After the incident, Uday attacked 2 people whom he thought were informers. At the request of Saddam, Uday was sent out of Iraq under the control of Barzan to Switzerland in order to get rid of the disgrace caused by Uday.